Have you ever noticed how in football, the tension spikes when a team hits the red zone? It's the last 20 yards before the end zone, the place where games are won or lost. Every move matters. A single mistake can cost the game. One smart play can change everything. Retirement works the same way. There's a retirement red zone, the 5 years before retirement and the first 5 years after. 10 critical years that will shape the next 30. This decade determines whether you glide into retirement with peace and purpose or spend years trying to recover from missed opportunities. Most people, they don't even realize it until it's already half over. But those who do and plan intentionally create retirements that are not just financially secure, but deeply fulfilling. Bev and I just completed our own 10-year red zone, and I want to share what we learned, the smart moves, the mistakes, and the mental shifts that changed our lives.
We're John and Bev, and we are the Retirement Travelers. If you're just finding us, we are an American senior travel couple who are on the adventure of our lives. So hit subscribe and follow along on our little travel log. We are a few weeks ahead of our videos, so if you're wondering where we are in the world, we keep our Instagram updated to our current location, so follow us there.
After decades of working and raising a family, we sold our home and gave away everything to hit the road full time. Today, we've explored more than 100 countries, lived out of 2 backpacks, and built a global community of people who believe retirement isn't just the end of something, it's the beginning of everything. During my career in manufacturing leadership, I always believed in leading by example, and retirement, as it turns out, is no different. This stage of life still requires leadership, only now the person you're leading is your future self. I like to call these 5 working years training camp. Think about a professional sports team getting ready for opening day. They train harder than ever, they practice fundamentals, study strategy, and fine-tune every play. That's what the 5 years before retirement is for. Preparing yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially for the big game ahead. And the first rule of training camp is develop a sense of urgency. Don't tell yourself, I'll handle that after I retire. By then, the clock's already run out. Your training camp years are your chance to build strength, make corrections, and enter retirement ready to play offense, not defense. These are likely your highest earning years, so use them wisely. Maximize your savings. If you're eligible for catch-up contributions in your 401k or IRA, do it. If you have a health savings account, fund it. Eliminate debt. A paid-off house or minimal debt gives you tremendous freedom. Reduce expenses. Review everything. The streaming services, the extra car, the memberships you never use. Every dollar saved now compounds later. Reevaluate your investments. You don't want to be overexposed to market risk right before you need your money. Talk with a professional and make sure your portfolio fits your timeline. We've linked our financial planner below, and Julia has her own YouTube channel, Retire with Julia, so check it out. Take on that bigger role or accept that promotion. And here's one people don't always think about. Don't slow quit. These final years are when experience and leadership often align with your highest value. If a new project, role, or promotion opens up, go for it. The additional earnings, bonuses, and retirement contributions in these last years can have a powerful multiplier effect. Don't just accept opportunity, look for it. Evaluate the effect of working one more year. I know that sounds painful, but one extra year of income and contributions can make a lifelong difference. Speak to your advisor and at least consider it. Training camp isn't just about earning, it's about locking in financial security so you can play offense once retirement begins. When Bev and I first retired, we took sailing lessons. We knew we'd been spending time in coastal towns around the world and thought it would be fun to rent small sailboats wherever we went. What surprised me most wasn't how to sail, but just how little it took to change direction. Just a tiny shift of the sail or rudder could send our boat in an entirely different direction. A small correction early on made a huge difference over time. That lesson applies perfectly to finances in the retirement red zone. The adjustments you make right now, like paying off debt, boosting your savings, fine-tuning investments, or cutting unnecessary expenses, may seem small in the moment, but over 20 or 30 years, they can completely change your financial destination. You don't have to overhaul your entire plan, just adjust the sails. Over time, those tiny shifts will put you exactly where you want to be. Work doesn't just give you a paycheck, it gives you identity and belonging. When that ends, it can feel like you've lost both. So during your training camp, start building a new version of yourself, someone not defined by a job title. Rekindle friendships outside of work. Join clubs, volunteer, take classes, travel with friends, or try hobbies that introduce you to new people. Because when the office closes, your social circle shrinks unless you've been intentional about expanding it. And on a deeper level, start thinking about who you want to be after retirement. You've spent decades producing, managing, and providing. Now, what do you want to create? A mentor role? A volunteer purpose? A creative pursuit that you've never had time for? Your new identity won't appear overnight, but you can start practicing it right now. If money fuels retirement, health drives it. You can have all the financial security in the world, but without your health, you'll spend days managing decline instead of chasing your dreams. Use these final working years to take care of everything that's been on the back burner, like doctor's visits, surgeries, dental work, and checkups. But more than that, start building daily habits you'll actually keep. Retirement shouldn't feel like recovery. It should feel like freedom. The best investment you can make isn't a stock portfolio, it's in your body. A strong, active lifestyle is what will keep you exploring the world, keep up with your grandkids, and live the retirement you've been imagining. Now, I've been a runner since I was age 14, and by my estimate, I've logged about 63,000 miles in my lifetime. I'm 61 now, and I can feel myself slowing down a little, but I'm still running. Every mile reminds me of one simple truth: you have to keep going. The habits you build now will determine the quality of your future years. My resting heart rate hovers below 50 beats per minute, and if the experts are right that your heart only gets so many beats in a lifetime, then maybe, just maybe, I'm buying myself a few more sunsets, a few more hikes, and a few more moments with my family. But this isn't just about longevity, it's about legacy. I had an incredible father who passed away far too soon. I wish I had more years with him, and that's what drives me to keep going, because I want my children to have more time and more memories with me than I ever got to have with him. So take care of your health, not just for yourself, but for the people who love you most. Because in the end, the best gift that you can give your family isn't money or possession, it's more time together. Now let's talk about something that surprised us more than almost anything else: simplifying our lives. We sold nearly everything to travel full-time, but for most people, simplifying doesn't mean selling it all. It means right-sizing your life. Downsize your home, clear out what you don't use, let go of the things that no longer serve you. Now it might feel crazy, especially if you just finished paying off your house, but looking back, downsizing has had a bigger impact on our retirement than almost anything else we've done. There's a Swedish term for this: Swedish death cleaning. It sounds grim, but it's actually about living lighter. It means clearing out what's unnecessary so your loved ones don't have to deal with it later. But it's also freedom. Freedom from clutter, from maintenance, and from being owned by your stuff. If you're married or in a long-term partnership, this one is huge. Retirement isn't just your next chapter, it's both of yours. After years of working apart all day, suddenly you're together almost all the time. That can be wonderful, or it can be a shock to the system. Talk openly about what you both want: travel, hobbies, time with family, volunteering, get aligned early or you'll be running two different plays on the same field. We often hear from people who say that they want to travel, but their spouse doesn't. It's usually a message from a woman who writes, "I've always dreamed of seeing the world, but I just can't get my husband to go anywhere." Honestly, that's one of the saddest things we hear because we've seen the other side. Couples out there exploring the world together, discovering new cultures, new perspectives, and even new sides of each other. Travel changes people. It refocuses them. It reminds them what truly matters. Not the house, not the stuff, but the shared experiences that bond you closer than ever before. So if that's you, if you're the one hesitating, get off the couch and get out there. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. And if you need a little push or a place to start, we've built something special just for you, our Retirement Travelers community on Facebook. It's over 10,000 like-minded people who come together to share travel tips, answer questions, and inspire one another to see this amazing world of ours. It's free, it's friendly, and it's spam-free. Just a group of dreamers and doers who remind each other that it's never too late to start exploring. When you combine all of these, financial, physical, emotional, and social, you enter retirement ready to play to win. You've built your foundation, lowered your stress, and prepared yourself to hit the ground running. Because when day one of retirement arrives, you don't want to be catching your breath. You want to be chasing your dreams. Now comes the fun part. The first 5 years after retirement. These are your go-go years. Your health is strong, your curiosity is high, and the possibilities are endless. This is the time to do the big things, to take those trips, chase those adventures, and start those projects that kept getting pushed to someday. As Andy Dufresne said in The Shawshank Redemption, get busy living or get busy dying. Now that may sound blunt, but it's true. The first 5 years after retirement often set the tone for the rest of your life. When work ends, purpose doesn't. It just changes shape. C.S. Lewis said, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." For Bev and me, that dream became Retirement Travelers. We wanted to build something together that mixed adventure, storytelling, and community. It gave us structure, meaning, and a shared goal. Now your purpose might look completely different. Maybe it's volunteering, mentoring, fishing, or just spending time with family. The key is to have something that gives your days direction, because a full calendar isn't the same as a full life. The happiest retirees aren't necessarily the richest. They're the most connected. Join a club, volunteer, travel with your friends, or move to a community that fits your lifestyle. Stay curious, stay social, and stay engaged. Connection and movement are the two biggest predictors of longevity. Build both into your retirement like they're part of your job description. And beyond that, take time to reflect on your spiritual life. Whatever your faith or your beliefs, this is a moment to go deeper. Retirement opens space to ask bigger questions about purpose, meaning, and eternity. If your spiritual life has taken a backseat to career or just busyness, now's the time to reconnect. Join a community. Find friends who share your beliefs. Those connections can support you through the later seasons of your life and when you'll both give and receive care in new ways. Because a strong marriage, a shared purpose, and a renewed spiritual foundation don't just make retirement better, they make it more meaningful. Retirement is the ultimate test of teamwork. You'll spend more time together than at any other point in your marriage, and that can be both wonderful and, we'll say, educational. Learn to give each other both space and grace. Bev and I spend nearly every waking moment together. She jokes that I run away from her every day, literally, when I head out for my morning run. But the truth is, she gets more writing and editing done when I'm gone, because otherwise I'm constantly teasing her and interrupting her flow. The point is, we've learned how to give each other breathing room. I'd be perfectly fine if she took off for a spa trip somewhere in Asia, and she'd be just as happy if I went hiking through the Swiss Alps. We recharge in different ways, and that's okay. That balance, that respect for how the other person finds peace, is what keeps us grounded. And here's the thing, relationships don't just survive retirement, they can thrive in it if you keep nurturing them. Keep dating each other, keep laughing together, keep discovering new things side by side. Because when the world slows down, the best adventure you can have is still each other. Once you retire, it's time to shift from saving to spending intentionally. Build a realistic budget based on how you actually live. Track it for 6 months and adjust. Revisit your financial plan yearly because the world changes fast. And remember, money is a tool, not a trophy. One of the most impactful books I've read is Die with Zero by Bill Perkins. It flips the traditional view of saving on its head and reminds us that experiences are the ultimate return on investment. And while you're thinking about finances, finish your legacy planning. Wills, trusts, and healthcare directives, just get them done. They don't just protect assets, they protect your family's peace of mind. And if you want to hear how we downsized our life, this is the video to watch.